Good evening and welcome to the Nevis Newscast. Today is Friday, April 8th, 2016. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. The Nevis Flood Mitigation Project is a great joint project between the Nevis Island Administration and the U.S. government. The words of the U.S. Ambassador to Barbados, the Eastern Caribbean, and the OECS, Linda Tagliatella. The project, which has seen the installation of 4 rain gauge and radar water level early warning systems around the island, is being funded by the United States Agency for International Development, USAID.
Given the concerns about flooding in the Nevis area, I think this has been a great joint project. We appreciate the support and collaboration between our government and the government of Nevis, and we're very happy to be here to be able to share in the success of this project. We're looking at a project which measures floodwaters so that we can give out alerts to people in the Nevis community when the waters rise due to rain or flash flooding.
The Nevis Flood Mitigation Project falls under the OECS Reducing the Risks to Human and Natural Assets Resulting from Climate Change RRACC project. Coordinator of that project is Lester Arnold.
This installation here more or less gives a flood early warning system. It's part of a flood early warning system which will measure the water levels in the gut and send out signals via a siren system warning persons of imminent flooding in this area. It forms part of a bigger network of a flood mitigation system that we have installed in Nevis, whereby we have installations at Stony Hill, Morgan's Estate, and at Nesbitt. We also have another water level recorder at Nesbitt Plantation. As we all know, that is another area that floods out very quickly. And story has it that there was a couple that lost their lives that crossed that area, that up to this day they have never been found, nor the vehicle. So that was another critical installation where we have this flood level water recorder. And the other installations are essentially hydrometric equipment, which is measuring rainfall, the amount of rainfall that is recorded every 10 minutes, and it will form part of a bigger scheme of things, which is essentially a flood modeling system.
The project has been implemented by the Barbados-based Caribbean Institute for Meteorology and Hydrology, which will use the data collected to predict floods and droughts for Nevis and neighboring islands.
When this equipment was installed, it was during the dry season or during the drought period, and as a result, there was very little data for us to record. So now that we've been seeing some rains, we're actually seeing the usefulness of it and the effectiveness of the equipment that is installed. This morning, I was looking at the rainfall island-wide that is being recorded at both Nesbitt, Morgan's Hill, and Morgan's Estate, and at Spring Hill. And you can see that, for example, at Spring Hill, there was about almost 5 millimeters of rainfall this morning and things of that sort. So it is good that we're seeing the rains now, and we know that for a fact the equipment is working and is going to function properly. I would like to say thank you to the American people through the USAID project, and in collaboration with the OECS Commission on behalf of Dr. Dudicus Jules, the Director General, to say thank you to USAID and the people of the United States for their generous support for this project.
The ambassador, along with Arnold, the embassy's political and economic officer Julie Lemorges, as well as Director of USAID's General Development Office Ted Lawrence, visited the sites of the early warning systems on Wednesday. Students who attended this week's Camp Lead, coordinated by the Department of Youth and Sports, got the opportunity to meet and interact with Junior Minister responsible for youth, the Honorable Hazel Brandy Williams. On Wednesday, Minister Brandy Williams facilitated a session when she spoke to the students about being a leader.
So I want to say to you this morning that it is very important to be a part of a group. And when you become a member of a group, you are to volunteer and to take on different responsibilities that would make you grow as a leader. I also want to tell you that if you have a passion for anything, may it be a project, may it be anything that you want to do, you must remain focused. Once you are focused and once you have a passion for accomplishing any particular task, you can do it.
The students used the opportunity to ask the youth minister about her career as a government minister and what it involves. Minister Brandy Williams highlighted how her involvement in organizations such as the Girls Brigade, 4-H Club, the Anglican Young People's Association, and the Nevis Youth Council, saying they assisted in the development of her leadership skills. She encouraged the students to join similar organizations. Camp Lead, which culminated today, is one of several activities which are being held in Nevis in celebration of Youth Month under the theme Youth Lead, Not Tomorrow, Today. The signing of a Memorandum of Understanding MOU between the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis and the Kingdom of Morocco creates a framework for ongoing dialogue and discussion, said Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Honourable Mark Brantley. The MOU on establishing a mechanism for political consultations between the two countries was signed on Tuesday, April 5th at the St. Kitts Marriott Resort. Minister Brantley described the occasion as significant. He said he looks forward to working closely with Morocco and for the benefits that he hopes will flow from that relationship as St. Kitts and Nevis cements and deepens its ties with the African continent. He pledged the government's ongoing commitment to dialogue and cooperation with the Kingdom of Morocco. His Excellency Mohammed Benjilani, Ambassador of the Kingdom of Morocco to St. Kitts and Nevis, said he was honored to partake in such a significant occasion. He said the document is meant to not only reinforce the legal framework between the countries, but also to put in place a platform for the Minister of Foreign Affairs and senior officials from both sides to formally meet on a regular basis. It will offer the opportunity for both parties to discuss their political relations and evolution and matters pertaining to the countries' relation and cooperation. Morocco is engaged in a cooperation program with St. Kitts and Nevis in fields such as education, agriculture, energy, and training. And this program is the first of its kind between the two countries. Still to come.
I would like persons in the general public to know that there are different ways of eating.
The details after this break.
Celebrating the old, showcasing the new. Culturama 42.
The second Nevis Blues Festival runs April 14th to 16th. Enjoy 3 nights of the best in blues, soul, and rock right on the beach at Awali Bay with international artists from the USA, the UK, Ireland, and the Netherlands. The Nevis Blues Festival is the Caribbean's most exciting new festival. See you there.
The steering committee of the Nevis Island Youth Council presents Someone Once Told Me.
My name is Rihanna Howell and I attend the St. James's Primary School. I am 7 years old and I am in grade 2. The person whom I admire is my mother, Jackie Howell. She once told me the sky is the limit and I can be anything I want to be.
My name is Yuri Stanley and I attend the Elizabeth Hampton Primary School. The person who I admire is my mother. Her name is Miss Tamisha Stanley. She once told me, friends come after work. This means that friends will not always be there, so you should pay attention to your work.
My name is Carolyn Merchant. I'm an attorney at law and the owner at Merchant Legal Chambers. Someone once told me your attitude determines your direction, and I think sometimes in life, just having a strong, positive attitude often determines how successful you're going to be and where you're going to end up.
This public service announcement is brought to you by the Steering Committee of the Nevis Island Youth Council.
Welcome back. Elsa Wilkin-Ambrister, Acting Consul General in St. Kitts and Nevis' Consulate General in Dubai, has disclosed that residents of the United Arab Emirates have expressed interest in investing in St. Kitts and Nevis, as well as being part of the Citizenship by Investment CBI program. Wilkin-Ambrister mentioned this at a press conference on Monday, April 4th, at the start of Diplomatic Week 2016, when she noted that recently residents have been making inquiries and weighing the two options. The Dubai Acting Consul General explained her duty includes educating on what is available in St. Kitts and Nevis, in addition to providing information on CBI opportunities. Young children of the Middle East are also being given the opportunity to learn about the culture of the Federation, thanks to the outreach efforts of the consulate. The available opportunities to pursue tertiary level education in the Federation are also being advertised. She said there is quite a bit of citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis in Dubai and the surrounding countries, and part of her task is to develop better relationships. Currently being negotiated is training in the area of healthcare and nursing, which Dubai offers for developing countries. According to Wilkin-Ambrister, a team from the Middle East is scheduled to be in St. Kitts and Nevis later this year to do an assessment of the Federation's sustainable energy needs, which may possibly include a desalination plant, among others. Meantime, according to Wilkin-Ambrister, Nevis's Vaughn Anslin, who has been selected from a list of artists provided by the consulate, will be traveling to Dubai to participate in an art exhibition. Nutritionist Vernice Blackett participated in the Health Promotion Unit's health screening in observance of World Health Day yesterday, Thursday, April 7th, at the War Memorial in Charlestown. She spoke about the variety of healthy foods people can consume to replace unhealthy eating habits.
Instead of the bread, we can have green bananas along with our protein. I have here green bananas and sardines. It can be green bananas and egg, whatever you choose for your protein, or relish, as we call it, same as protein. And there are times when we feel like we should only eat carrots and pumpkin and so on for lunch, but we can't have them for breakfast. So this is supposed to be an example of an ideal breakfast. This one also, this is tanya, 2 slices of tanyas here. And some sweet potatoes. We have also some okras, some cauliflower, some green pepper, some cucumbers, and lettuce.
Blackett encouraged all to maintain a healthy lifestyle.
I would like to encourage persons out there to eat like this for breakfast instead of the bread, especially the diabetics. Doctors are always, most of the time, telling persons to cut down or cut out the bread. You could have this.
The health screening was an outreach activity to observe World Health Day, which was themed Beat Diabetes. And that concludes this evening's edition of the Nevis Newscast. Thank you for viewing. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Good night.